welcome to this first look map tour with me, MrSealyp. I am here. I am on Górale, I believe is, well, I say I believe that's how you say it. I hope that's how you say it. I'm not 100% certain. This is a 4x or 4 times map, whatever you want to call it. Let's have a quick look in here. It is huge, absolutely huge. 103 fields, I believe. It does have 2 train lines and a lot going on. I have been mildly reluctant to do a first look on this, only because it's so big and I was really worried I wasn't going to fit everything in. So I will try my very hardest. Now, the first thing I'm going to do before I start a tour of anything at all, I'm just going to jump to, because I want to show you something which is a nice feature. If I don't do it quickly, I will miss the opportunity to do it. Where is it? I've lost it. Oh, blimey, typical, isn't it? Oh, there we go. The Stanton Sawmill. Let me just jump there and I'll show you something. So, the Stanton Sawmill, this is where it is. Let me just put the map on. It's just to the west of the main farm. Now, I kind of came over here and I couldn't get the gate to open. And I started panicking, thinking, oh, tell me it's not a glitch or something already. So, if I put on the help window and I go to open the gate, it says top left hand corner, closed at night, come back at 7 o'clock. So if you press circle to open the gate, it won't open. It's shut overnight. That's brilliant. I don't think I've ever come across that on a map before. So if you're doing wood chipping and stuff during the night, tough luck. You can't come and sell it till it's open in the morning. Which realistically, I suppose it would be like that, wouldn't it? These places are only going to be open during working hours. So anyway, that's the first thing. I thought I'd get that out of the way really, really quickly. I like that. I like that a lot. I have had a few comments left already, people asking me to do a first look on this. One of the things that was mentioned was a lot of these fields are very close together, and when you buy the fields and you start working on them, the message keeps coming up saying you don't own this field. I think because there are clashes between the fields that they're next to, that kind of thing. Generally speaking, it's okay if you then change direction or something like that, but that has been mentioned to me as a minor issue. Anyway, that said, having shown you that, I'm going to go straight back to the main farm and we'll carry on this first look map tour from there. So I am standing in the main farm, which is pretty much, well, I say pretty much central. It's not actually central. I thought it was, but it's not. We are south, maybe a little bit southeast of central, at the main farm. I think it's the only farm on the map as far as I'm aware. You start off with quite a large selection of fields. You start off with field 22, 23, 31, 35, 38, 69, 77 and 86. That's quite impressive. This map has been done by, I want to say, is it Rafik? I think Rafik, and I don't want to get this wrong, Jimsio, or it could be Gimsio or Gimkio, I'm not too sure, but it will be in the description. Let me just close that down again. So I'm going to leave the help menu up in the left hand corner because there's going to be a few different things that we're going to need to have a look at. So into the main menu very, very quickly. Scroll across. The prices are pretty good, pretty much standard. You get across most of the maps now. They're not ridiculously high, not ridiculously low. They're about average, which isn't too bad. Sell points, we've got quite a few. Obviously, barn will be for your bales and straw and stuff. Biogas plant will be for your silage. Centrum Ogrodnice, I think I'm not too sure how to say Ogrodnice. I think is like the garden centre. There's a freight yard, grain elevator, mill, spinnery will be for the wool. Stanton Sawmill. Now I could only find the wood chip sell point. I haven't found the sell point for lumber there, which baffled me a little bit. But anyway, then you've got transport company and village grain elevator are both on the railway lines. So quite a few sell points. And like I say, the prices are pretty good. I'm going to scroll back across this way. So one thing I always forget to check, Storage capacity of the silo on the farm is only 100,000 litres. Not a huge amount. It encourages you to buy more storage and that kind of thing. Put some placeables on. I know a lot of the maps that are coming out lately have got more storage, but it's pretty standard fare. Nothing unusual. Now, as far as vehicles go, let's have a quick look what you start with. We've got a New Holland H340, a Proxima Zetor Proxima Power 120, Deutzfahr Agrostar 661. I love that and love the sound of it. Brilliant, brilliant tractor. Really cool. A few little bits of equipment, pallet forks and so on, front loader attachments. The Case 1660 axial flow with header, Metaltech trailer. We've got cultivators, seeders, fertilizer spreader, weight, and that's it. Not a huge amount of stuff. No pickup, which I tend to sell anyway, but not a lot of equipment for such a big map. And it is a big map. Contracting is available. Let me just whiz over here very quickly and click on there. Field prices, again, about average. Nothing over the top or insane. I do like the fact that it's given me the option of Series 3000 Massey Ferguson, so it's taken into account what mods you've got installed, which is quite cool. The landscape is really nice. The textures are really good. I like the difference in buildings. I like the different fences. I know it looks a bit clinical, a kind of, you know, you've got this panel's identical to that panel, etc, but I like that. I don't know, I just like it. There's a lot of these dirt tracks, again, which I like. I like the bumpy tracks when you can drive around the farm. It just gives it a kind of realistic feel to it. There's a lot of undulation, not too much kind of raised landscape. You've got, you know, little valleys and little troughs and sweeping landscape. It's relatively flat, not completely flat, but overall really nice. Still a lot to get around though. That's what else I wanted to show you. Like, I mean, there's so much to show you. This is your silo with a cover, and you've got these two little hazard boxes here. I wonder. Well, if I go over to this one here, that's your light switch. Turn that on, and your lights come on here for working at night. Very nice. This one here is a lever. Press it down, keep your finger on circle, and it opens that up. That's nice. There have been different ones of these where they do open up and you just stand here and you do it. I like having a lever. That's pretty cool. Now, if I go to that and press square, it raises it. Oh no, it does it down again, sorry. And I can close the flap. Nice touch. Like the sound effects. Pretty cool. Right, round the farmyard. There are a lot of doors to open, revealing secrets hidden behind. Now, this says seed and fertilizer. With these big bags, you can refill your tools and with seed and fertilizer. Once they're empty, you will have to buy new ones from the shop. You can find them in the pallets category. That's wonderful, except there aren't any big bags. So, yeah, that I'm not sure about. That's an odd one. Anyway, but inside these, we have light switches. Very bright lights in here, but we do have light switches. Close that off. And there are more of these openable. And then we've got seed on the floor there. I don't know. It's a bit peculiar. I like this one because you've got the doors either side, which gives you that kind of drive-through option, which can come in incredibly handy with certain vehicles, especially those trailers, the pesky ones that I find difficult to reverse. You can just drive straight through and leave it wherever you need to. But anyway, I'm going to quickly finish around the actual farmyard because, hang on, I thought there was a harvester there. Nope, further along. Anyway, harvester's tucked away, fits in there. I'm not sure if that'll get out of that door actually. Seems quite high. But anyway, again, drive through, lights. These are nice buildings. Plenty of room, plenty of storage. I like the kind of brick paved courtyard. And we've got our gate for getting in and out. All very tidy indeed. So let's just head north, just out the end of the farmyard here. Open barn there, which is quite nice. Another one there. We have got our cow pasture, dairy barn. I'm not sure what that says. It's a Polish map. I don't speak Polish. I have looked up a few different words here and there, but again, it's a different version of the dairy barn. I like the brick kind of building. It's got like these windows. Well, I thought it was glass, but it's almost like a cellophane-y kind of look to it. It's interesting. Anyway, feed area just here. If I go round to the side here, we've got our bunker silo for silage and a buy and sell point. It's not a very big cow pasture, but it's going to be enough what you need. Water trough, feed trough just there. And if you want to buy and sell here, L3, you can buy your cows. Animal prices, pretty much the same as you would expect. Nothing different there. I apologise if this seems like I'm babbling and whizzing through. I am kind of whizzing through, only because there is so much to see. And I want to try and fit it all in. I don't want this to be like an hour and a half long first look. Because I think people might get a little bit bored. So, let's jump into the New Holland. And what I'm going to do is head north out of the farm, along one of those little tracks that I really like. Actually, what we'll do, turn off the help window for the time being. So, I'm going to head north. I'm going to pass the railroad tracks. Like I say, all these little, there's lots of these little tracks all over the place. I like them. I like that kind of, that bumpy nature of the, just, I don't know, it just gives it a nice kind of realistic feel to it. There are plenty of fields on this map, various different sizes, so there's something for everyone. I mean, small fields, big fields, prices are okay. You're going to have to do a bit of work to get them, unless you're going to use cheat mods and that kind of thing, which people do when they play on their own. That's entirely up to you. You're not going to run out of fields, and I imagine because a lot of them are quite close together, you can plough them together and make even bigger fields if that's what you want to do. But a lot of the features on this, this is another one that's got a nice realistic kind of feel to it. I like the transitions between areas. It's just got a nice feel to it. Double railway track. I'm sitting pretty much central on the map now. This one, this side, runs down to the southern side of the map. This one, this side, the northern end of the map. But I am going to very, very quickly whiz into the town. And I think what I will do is then go around in the trains to get to the outer lying points to show you. But as you can see, real differences in textures. I like this kind of tree-lined roadway. You know, the fields aren't just completely flat. You've got it sweeping up a little bit out of the way, off in the distance. Like I said, it's got a nice feel to this. Now, I am puzzled slightly, because it looks like there's a grain storage building there, which isn't showing up on my map. I'll have to come back to that. So, I'm going to head to the town. Let's go there first. We'll do the central bits, and then we'll head out to the outer lying regions. I'm heading west, and then I will head north momentarily. Agromet Górale, I think that's the shop, the store. It's very neat, very neatly laid out, very tidy. Advertising hoardings. I say different sorts of buildings, I'm assuming in keeping with that kind of Polish feel. I've never been to Poland. I would love to. But lots of nice little features. Things like this, like a drainage ditch. I mean, it's very, very clear water and quite deep as well, but the sorts of things that don't need to be there. If it wasn't there, you'd never know, but because it is there, it just adds a little something to it. So, vehicle shop. Let's go into the map very quickly. So we are now just north of Central, right here, kind of slap bang in the middle, in the Górale town fully, I think is probably the best way of saying it. We are at the store here, and then just you've got a fuel station just opposite, and then we've got our spinnery over to the right hand side there, and the mill is also in this little location here, which we're going to go and have a look at in a second. Off to the left hand side, going away from the town out to the west, we've got another fuel area, and we have got our sheep, which again we'll have a look at very, very quickly. So, nice big open forecourt area, customization point here, and a buying and selling just here. Again, very neat, very tidy. I like the machinery lined up at the front. That's a nice touch. Really, really, really hoping this year for one of those nice contracts with Class or something like that. I know I've mentioned it before, but that would be pretty cool. Fuel station, left hand side, fuel prices. I don't know if that's good or not. I have no idea. I assume it is. So, make sure I get the right place. Let's find the right roadway. So, to the right. Just out of town, heading east again. Plenty of roadways. Is that a windmill in the front there? Wow. Okay, that's in it. I suppose because it's the mill, I guess. Ooh. Okay, genius. It's like a mini version. Really cool. So, spinnery sell point, I believe. There you go, selling point for wool. We are at the spinnery. And then our mill sell point is just here. I like these kind of concrete bollards that are put around just to show you, just guide you in the right direction really. But there you go, that's well, two of the sell points. Straight away, I'm going to head westward now, out towards where the sheep enclosure is, sheep pen. Now I'm doing this roughly by eye at the moment. I haven't really been around this map at all, I had a quick glance at it, and I'm now hoping I'm going to find my way properly. Let's turn down here. And again, these lovely brick buildings. And we're coming up on the sheep farm. I suppose technically each of the animal areas is a separate farm, so you could run them as separate farms. Very nice little farm buildings. More of the barns. And round to the side here. Nice little open shelter for storing the equipment. Lean-to shelter on the side there. And this is your sheep pen. Another silo. So I suppose, yeah, you could use this as a secondary farm if you wanted to. Now, here is your buy and sell point, like so. I'll open the gate. Now, I did find, when I did this earlier, I couldn't close the gate again. Don't know whether I wasn't staying on the trigger properly. That's open. Let me just check something. It's saying close gate circle, but nothing's happening. I think it means square. Yeah, I couldn't get it to close once I'd opened it. Hang on. Open and close gate are both saying circle, and I can't. It just won't let me do anything. So if I'm standing in the wrong place, but maybe that's an issue that might need to be resolved. Am I just missing something? Don't know. Anyway, your wool pallet spawn point is just here, inside the sheep enclosure. I like the fact that, again, it's a slightly different kind of design. You've got these little electric fences running around the enclosures, rather than like solid wooden fencing and stuff like that. I guess it gives you the option to change it around, move your sheep pen if you need to. Yeah, it won't close. I'm not sure why that is. But anyway, not to worry, that's the sheep pen. Right, next up, I want to try and find the pig pen, which I haven't found. Or the pig farm, whichever way you want to look at it. I'm going to check on the map for that. Bear with me 1 second. Right, I am over here at the moment at the sheep farm. I was at the store, I came up, I went right out to the mill and the spinnery, then I came back across and out to the west to the sheep farm. What I should have done was the mill, the spinnery, done the pigs, then come across, because I'm going to be going backwards and forwards across the map. So bear with me 1 second while I do that horrible thing that people don't like doing. And I'm just going to jump there, just so we can see the pig. Well, it actually puts me right inside it. Okay, water troughs, feed troughs. We are right inside the pig pen, pig enclosure. And I'm assuming it's going to be, here we go, a buy sell point. It's just here. And I'm assuming it's going to put the pigs inside here. There's not anywhere like little pigsties or anything like that. I'm assuming they're just going to be put inside that building. It doesn't seem to be anywhere different, but again we've got some nice little barns. Let's open the door there. Little workshop inside there. Does this whole thing open? Oh, small door does. Oh, that's nice. Something a bit different. A little bit of storage space. So yeah, pig farm. Nice design. Again, different buildings. I like this. This is really good. And like I say, this is as kind of as much of a. Normally, when I do a first look, my kind of impression is it's a first look for you guys, but I've kind of had a whiz round to have a look. I think that's manure and slurry around there. But this really is for me a kind of first look, because I haven't really been around this map. Had a quick look. I'm assuming the water's free, these little ponds. I could be wrong, I don't know for definite. Let's open this up. Yeah, there's no other pig pen area. I'm assuming the pigs are just going to be in here. Where the straw goes though, I don't know. Unless that's one of these along here. Again, unless I'm missing something, which I might, I might be when I do these first. Oh, that could be. Oh, that's the. That's that bit, isn't it? Yeah, not sure where the straw goes on that one, but I'm sure people that already play on it have probably found it, and will probably let me know in the comments. It's just like I say, it's interesting. It's nice that it's different, different fences, different buildings, different layout. This is a big map, really big, really wide, really open. It's got a real open feel to it. Even though you've got fences and gates and stuff around a lot of the buildings, the actual map itself is very open. That's really good. Right, field 23 here we own, and 22, which is just over there, we own. Now what I'm going to do is go back over to the railway line, go around on the train so we can see more of the map, and show you more of the outlying sell points and those kind of things. There are lots of these little building farmstead houses, these little, not tenement blocks, that's the wrong way of saying it, but these like housing blocks dotted around as well. It's got a cool feel to it, a cool feel to this map. Right, to the trains. I am pretty much central on the map. The two train lines, that is south, that is north. Let me just open that up completely. The one thing I did say that I wasn't sure about was this building here. Now this appears to be your usual kind of grain storage area, facility. And it's got all the makings of it here. Unless I missed something on the map, it wasn't actually marked. At least I don't think it was. Let me just check. Zoom right in. No, I'm standing right here. And it's not actually marked. But it is on the railway line. And it does look like a grain load, unload point. So I suppose if you're bringing stuff from your farm to the trains to then take off to the sell points, this is where you're going to do it. But it isn't actually marked on here. Again, maybe that will appear on an update, I don't know. So at the moment it doesn't actually have a name. But never mind. Let's go on the southerly route first. Make sure I get the right end of the train. These are long trains. Lots of open carriages. But no logging carriage, I notice. No, blimey, it does go a long way, doesn't it? Yeah, no lumber carriage. And that's also all showing sugar beet. I'm assuming these will take grain and anything else as well, but let's start that up. and let's head off. So we're going to do the southerly route. Let's open up the map and take in some of the sell points along the way. What I will do is kind of jump out and we'll whiz around and show you. He says trying to slow down quick enough. The first one here, off to our left, is the BGA. I could have shown you that on when I do the other route, but as soon as we're here, let's quickly whiz and have a look. Now I don't know if all of these, when it gets to the night time, whether all of these gates shut and it stops you coming in. I honestly don't know. I do like that. It's an interesting change. There's lots of these lorries all spread around, these Renaults. Anyway, bunker silos. Whoa, am I imagining? No way, is that a bunker silo? I know these are bunker silos here. Is that a bunker silo? I've never seen anything like that. That is colossal. Wow. Okay, well, if that is, I can only imagine how much chaff that is going to take to fill that. Whoa, let's go into it. Don't know. Wow, that's incredible. Anyway, anaerobic digester, sell point for the BGA, and your digestate tank, just here. Oh no, over here, sorry, wrong one. I suddenly thought, that's a bit low, isn't it? Sorry, digestate tank, just here. Fill level, 0. That is the BGA. So we're on the kind of eastern side of the map, just north of the central line. And then we're going to head south. And we'll try and zoom out a little bit so we can take in some of this scenery on the way. I mean, it is huge. When you kind of zoom out away from the train and have a look out, it is a massive, massive map. Look at the length of this train. It's incredible. The water features are really nice. I do like the kind of ripple effect on those. Anyway, we are heading south. Ignore the fact we're going to go through a car. Oh no, the car stopped. That makes a change. It closed the crossing. Very, very nice indeed. Right, off to our right, in the middle of that field, or the middle of that field, is the Livestock Market. Just give me 1 second, and we'll go and have a look. So, the train is over behind that building there. That's the radio mast, I think it's radio mast, that we were just by. The train line runs round that way and goes off along the southern part of the map. But this is the Livestock Market. Again, different building, different design. Again, more of these kind of concrete barriers laid out everywhere. As far as I'm aware, and I did look this up, that means Handels Zvitsatami, I think means trade in animals, I think. If I looked that up properly, trade in animals, which it would be. This is your Livestock Market. If you're going to get your own trailer and you're going to come and buy and sell, all of your livestock are available right here. It's a nice building, actually. Again, something different. Very industrial looking, rather than the kind of livestock markets you kind of get used to. Right, back to the train. Like I said, I know I'm whizzing around these, and I do apologise, but we need to fit it all in. Some of these fields are huge. I like the fact this one curves all the way around as well. It's a different look, different design, different style. But this is, I mean, this is a huge... we don't get many 4X maps on console, and I think with a lot of the recent update, I think that was one of the things that got enabled was the larger maps. And this is huge. And I really am still concerned that even with a kind of 60-minute recording, I'm not going to get it all in. But those radio masts are massive. Right, let's just jump out of the train. I know it's still moving. It will stop. But up here we have another sell point, which we're going to head to now. My mind has gone blank as to what it is. Oh yeah, this was the garden centre, wasn't it? Yeah. So it says Art Garden. On the store, that is down as Centrum Ogrodnica. If you are Polish, I do apologise. I'm destroying your language. We've got seed and fertiliser, I'm assuming purchasing points, but we've also got sell point for silage, sell point for manure. That is here on the larger map. We are down the south of the map now, pretty much central on the south. We're going to head round to the grain elevator, the village grain elevator, and then back round to our start point. Then we'll do the northern route as quickly as we can. Right, back to the train we go. There are a lot of very, very nice touches. Really, really nice touches. So we've got just there, and realistically, a sell point is a sell point. You can really see it from here actually. It's quite a nice layout. Again, really different, kind of nestled in between all the trees and blends into the landscape. It's nice. It's not an eyesore on the horizon. That one is, if I can get to the right place, that is the grain elevator sell point. As we go across here, there's a little bridge here, and where more of these dirt tracks lead. We'll have a look at it as we go past. It's a really nice feature. We've got a couple of woodlands on here as well, say woodlands, forest areas. There's a large one here. When we do the northern route, we'll go past another large one here. There's an observation tower on this one. And again, I'm not going to get around this entire map. There's absolutely no way I will get around the entire map to show you everything. It's an observation tower around here. It is huge. It goes up and up and up and up, but it gives you very, very great views of the surrounding area. Anyway, let's carry on. This is what I mean. This bridge here, and you've got the track, the dirt track, runs from this field round underneath it and up into the next one. It's a lovely feature. It looks brilliant. I don't know why I drove along it earlier when I was kind of checking things out, and it just, I don't know, I'm like a little kid. It just made me smile. Anyway, moving swiftly on, the village grain elevator. We are coming up on the first of our train sell points. So we've loaded up the main area, come here, and the sell point, we're coming up to it now. We're just going over. You can see the hazard marking is just there. There's your sell point. You can get to it by road, but as far as I'm aware, you can only unload there and sell by train. So we're going to whiz back round now and swap trains, and then we'll do the northern loop. Ah, here we are. Now that's interesting. This isn't marked either, according to the map, but as far as I can make out then, the other one says Stanton Sawmill, but this appears to be the log sell point. Let me just check my map. I'm baffled why that's not marked. It's this bit here, we've just gone past on the train. This here, again, not marked, but let's just jump out, whiz around quickly. Ooh, down the ditch. Yeah, it appears to be a lumber yard. That's probably why I couldn't find the sell point for timber. I assume this is it. Seems to be a lot of logs laying around if it's not. Oh, nice sound of it. There we go, look. So that's interesting that the Stanton Sawmill is further up, but it's only the wood chip sell point, and this is the selling point for lumber, which isn't actually marked on the map. But here it is. So it's just as you go around the southern loop, as you come up north and then head back in towards the centre, it's just on the corner. But yeah, there we go. Timber, lumber, wood, sell point, whatever you want to call it. So, go out the exit, that'll be the best way. Bear with me a second, and we'll get to the other train, and we'll swap over. So, it does say start filling, so it is the, actually, it says it on the platform. Let's have a look. What does it say on the platform? It's a very, very long platform. That's interesting. Train system. Beside road vehicles, you can also control trains. Okay, that's kind of what we know already. Another very long train, again with sugar beet on the side of all the rail cars. Let's turn it on. Don't know why I jumped out then, but never mind. And we'll do the northern route round. Again, let's take in some of the views. That's obviously the station building. Little car park there. We are going to go past the other train. Yes, I can't get over the size of this, I really can't. Massive, massive map. I think that bit there is probably one of the hilliest parts of the whole map. Possibly the highest point, I think. Just there. There we go. There's the train by the lumberyard. So, the other woodland is just here, right by the railroad, but like I say, it's a pity you haven't got any lumber cars on this. That would be pretty handy considering you go past the lumberyard. Plenty of timber to cut down. They're not huge forests, but there's enough here to be keeping you going. They're quite sparsely planted, but again, what a brilliant feature. Look at that hollow down into the little lake at the bottom. Awesome. And we come up to the second of the railroad sell points, which we're just coming up to. Hang on a second, this is the sell point, isn't it? Yeah, just coming up to it just here. And this one is, oh, I need to keep checking on the transport company. There we go. I thought I'd double check it. I don't want to get it wrong. The transport company. So we are just here now, coming up the western edge of the map towards the top, and we're at the transport company. That's the second sell point for the trains. The first being there, the village grain elevator, sorry, and the transport company. All of these fields in between. Like I say, you've got a lot of small ones in towards the town, a lot of smaller ones around the farm, and the larger fields are in the more outlying areas. And it's deceptive because there are a lot of fields, and it's a big map. They look small, but they are not small. 56 is huge. 100. It goes right around the side, but it's a big, big field. Anyway, let's continue. I'm getting sidetracked, and I don't have time to be sidetracked. Too much to see and do. Let's zoom back out again from this train, shall we? Take in the landscape. I know the view distance isn't always fantastic on PlayStation. You kind of get a circle around where you are, and the rest of it. Although you can see off in the distance closer, and you can see the difference in textures as I'm moving along. That's just one of those things. Anyway, lots more of these little dirt tracks, and oh, I really like this. Before anybody asks and starts sending me messages, I will not be doing a Let's Play on this. I'm really, really sorry. I haven't got the time. I don't have the hours in the day. I've got so much going on. Two Let's Plays, plus I've done a first episode on Spectacle Island. Skelton Farms due out. There's a whole load of stuff. I just will not have the time. Okay, so probably the northernmost sell point on the map, and again we will have a look. This is the freight yard, I think. There we go. The northernmost sell point. We are at the freight yard. Zoom back out again. Right at the northern point, just east of Central. Just here. It's a pity this one you can't access. Bearing in mind the railway, whatever you want to call it, runs right past it, not having a sell point here. But you got two on the map, I suppose. There's plenty more. This one is accessible by road. And again, I don't know if this is another one, maybe, that closes at night. Maybe the gate shuts and you can't get in here. It's possible. Great details. I love it. I think that means, again, I could be wrong. Grain purchase? I think I looked that up. Could be grain purchase. Anyway, back to the train. There are a lot of really nice features on this. A lot of detail. Textures and signage everywhere. Great stuff. Let's hop the fence. Back to the train. So we are looking south, and we are at the northern tip of the map. We are now going to swerve around and start heading south down the eastern side of the map. If you look at the little map down the bottom, you'll see us swinging around and we'll be heading south in a moment. Now we're going to be coming up on in a moment. I think barn, is the barn coming up? Got to remember, it could be the barn. I think this is the, yeah, the bales and straw sell point. Yes, it is. Let's quickly stop here and pop out. And how much this field's going for and what the contract is available. Let's have a quick look. 3.73 hectares, 302,000. Yeah, pretty good. It is. There are a lot of bales here. Wow. Blimey. Okay. I hope that's not part of my bale count on this map, because that's me done. It won't let me make any more if that's part of it. Anyway, round in here. Getting rid of straw and hay. If you have a surplus of straw or hay bales, you can place them here and get some money in return. There's more in here as well. Wow. Okay, so if you were unsure, I'm pretty sure now this is where you sell your straw and hay. That's impressive stuff. The time it must take to place all this when you're making the map. All of this detail, it's incredible. Anyway, right, moving on. I don't think there's much left. I'm sure I'll have missed something. There's always these, you know, especially with a map this size, there are going to be secrets and things that I've missed. As far as I'm aware, there are gold nuggets on here. I haven't come across one actually. Don't think I've probably walked past one and you've thought, yeah, you have already. You've seen one. I'm so busy talking and thinking of what I'm going to say next and where I'm going to go next. I still can't go over that bunker silo. If that really is a bunker silo, that is insane. Anyway, right, back round to the centre, and that's going to be pretty much it. I know it's been a whistle-stop tour. I know it's been a kind of quick look at the scenery as we whiz past in a train. We've been to a lot of the sell points and had a look at what's available. I can't remember for the life of me where I left my New Holland. But, you know, I can always walk back to the farm from here. It's just through there. I'm sure I'll be fine. I can collect it later. And that is pretty much it. There's a lot of these towers. Don't have enough problems with their phone receptions. They have to have lots of these towers. Oh, now that... Oh, there you go. That's it. Hang on a minute then. Is that a... Oh no, so you can unload here as well. I don't think this is a sell point. Unless it is. I don't know for definite. Like I say, because this one's not marked on the map. I don't know. I'm assuming it's like your normal grain storage. You tip it in, the side bit there. You can load up your trailers. Your trains. Oh no, I suppose, of course, if you're going to swap trains, you might want to swap from one train to the next. So you're going to tip it in there, which will go into storage. And then you load it from the other pipe into there to take round the other loop. That's what it is, isn't it? Of course it is. So I'm going to head back round to my farm. I'll go and get the New Holland later on. No problem with that at all. And that's pretty much it. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you found it useful. I know it was just scratching the surface of what's on this map. And it's an incredible map. It really is. You know, even though it's a huge map and there's a lot going on, there's still that great attention to detail. There's nice little features. There's different designs in silos and the buildings, and you know, it really is great. Hats off to the modders that made this. I mean, it really, really is brilliant. I don't want to get their names wrong again. Rafik and Gimkio. I apologise if I've got your name wrong. But anyway, that is it from me on this first look map tour. I hope you enjoyed it and found it useful. Oh yeah, chickens. Sorry, chickens are here. There we go. I'm assuming they're just going to leave their eggs on the grass, I guess, around wherever. Oh. I haven't been on a trampoline since I did the West Coast on FS15. I'll leave that for later. Anyway, if you have enjoyed it, found it useful, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest, whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.